Welcome back. I'm Matt Gilmore filling in for Aaron Rand today. Montreal police have been warning about a wave of extortion cases hitting Montreal restaurants and businesses in recent months. This morning, police raided at least a dozen residences in Montreal, Laval, and Chateauguay, arresting at least 10 people in a major operation. Joining me now is La Presse crime reporter Danielle Renaud, who's been following this extortion case, this story closely. Danielle, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
So first of all, what can you tell us about what happened this morning? What do we know about these raids?
Okay, this morning it's an operation of the SPVM about 3 events that happened this spring, last weeks or months, against an owner of a restaurant, Universel Restaurant, on St. Catherine Street. Some gunshots were shot on the restaurant a few weeks ago, and also on the residence of the owner of the restaurant and the car of the owner of the restaurant was burned also at the beginning of last February.
Okay, so this is a person who's been obviously targeted by some kind of organized crime?
Yes, 3 times the same guy, the same restaurant owner was targeted by the organized crime. But one thing is very interesting this morning. For the first time, we heard about suspect linked to the Irish organized crime.
Okay.
So this is the first time that we heard about that.
Okay. Earlier this week, you had another story that sort of paints a picture of what this type of extortion attempt can look like. You wrote about a restaurant called Restaurant Palma in Griffintown that had been, an attempted extortion of around $10,000 last summer. Can you sort of explain what happened in that case there and what we know sort of about how these criminals try to extort restaurant owners?
Okay, you remember that last summer we had a vague of extortion against a restaurant in downtown, and one of them was the Palma. And on the 12th of July, first of all, some gunshots were fired on the restaurant, and a guy entered in with a bag. And he asked to talk to the manager of the restaurant, and he said that he has a gift for him. And the manager don't accept a gift from people that he doesn't know. And the guy put the bag on the ground in the entrance of the restaurant. He took a picture and he left. And the manager called the police. The police came, and in the bag there was an empty bottle, like a cocktail Molotov, and there was a note. And the note, it was written, pay $10,000 by month. If not, we're going to destroy your restaurant.
Right.
And finally, we know that a young suspect, 18 years old, was arrested later by the policeman.
So this is a fairly intense scene. Obviously, that restaurant was shot up a couple of times, as you mentioned. I want to sort of ask what kinds of people are being targeted here, because I know that many Montrealers kind of joke about this whole idea of the pleasure of doing business tax, where, a store owner will have to pay a monthly fee to organized crime to be allowed to operate. But is this, is it everyday kind of regular business owners that are being targeted, or are these sometimes people who may be, caught up in the world in some way? I guess the question is this something that people who are everyday store owners or business people need to worry about happening to them?
Innocent owner can be worried about that, but there are some kinds of restaurant owner which can be targeted. Okay, innocent owner, yes, it's possible, and we saw that in the past. But also honest restaurant owner, but maybe they can have emprunté, I don't know how to say that in English, but emprunté some cash from not good people. And in the victims, you have also some restaurant owner that maybe can have linked with the organized crime, or they can have many customers who came from organized crime, or maybe many meetings of people linked to organized crime in the restaurant. So you have different sort of owner who can be a victim. And if you remember, 2 years ago, there was a lot of Lebanese restaurants which had been targeted in Laval. Why? Because police think that it was the suspect was linked to the Lebanese organized crime or to the Arab organized crime. And recently, a few weeks ago, there were 2 or 3 bars in La Salle sector which are being also targeted by criminal fire or gunshot, and maybe it was linked to a conflict between some clans of the mafia or of the organized crime. So different reasons which explain what happened.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll leave it there. Daniel Renaud, crime reporter with La Presse. Thank you so much for your time.
Okay, thank you very much.